Timer. And we are back at Kewaskum High School. Steve Wooderhack along with Randy Armja. Got Jeff Sauer on the video streaming, and we got one game. And wow, what a game! 50-48. Waupun ends up losing by 2 points to Kewaskum when they trailed by 16 at one time. Just kind of ran out of timeouts to stop the clock after that basket to get within 2, but nice comeback from Waupun to make it a respectable game against a team they lost to pretty convincingly last time when they played.
Yeah, and they really came out flat tonight. Had not a good start. I'm trying to think of the proper word for that, but yeah, just a bad start. And able to battle back. They found some energy at halftime and really played a heck of a second half and just came up a hair short. I credit Kewaskum too. They were knocking down free throws at the end there to kind of ice that game.
Yeah, it was a nice comeback, but just coming up short, and they could have cleaned up some stuff in that first half when they had trouble scoring. Might have had themselves a convincing win here tonight, but again, they lose by 2. So now we are going to move on here and bring you girls basketball as they're out warming up right now. Should be a good battle between these two teams. Was looking forward to this. This is one of those games that we put in the schedule, both Kewaskum games before the season even started. Waupun sitting at 16-5 right now and taking on the team that's only one game behind them in conference play, the Kewaskum Indians. So like I said, a lot at stake in this ball game conference-wise.
Yeah, and then you go back to last year and probably the best game Waupun had in the tournament, and without doubt. And I'm sure that's still fresh in the minds of a lot of these Kewaskum players. And they lost a game that they should have won in sectionals, and then Waupun went on to easily win the state championship. And just think what that could have been us. It's got to be somewhere there.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
it has to be written on the locker room wall or something. It would be if I was coaching. Like,
oh yeah,
you were this close, ladies, and just a little more effort, and it could be us.
Yeah, so there's a lot for both teams. Waupun, like you said, Gracie Gopal said, I don't want to share it. I don't want to share the conference championship. I want to win. So it means a lot to Waupun, not to share it with anybody, but to have it themselves. And they know they got a tough team with Kewaskum here on their home court here tonight. So close to the end of the game. Waupun only has 2 games after this. So close to the end of the season, I should say, for Waupun. And then, you want to be playing your best basketball going into the playoffs. So this would be a nice win for Waupun, showing that, hey, we're ready and serious to see if we get back to that state tournament again. Yeah,
and again, I'm sure one of their probably number one goal that you're going to put on your sheet, and that's going to be a conference title first and foremost, and then everything else comes after that. But, yeah, Waupun, we've said they're a little bit Jekyll and Hyde. They've played very, very well at times this season, and then they've had other games where they've looked flat and just not played that well and had trouble scoring. And as we talked to Tim Olsma the other night, we said, well, when you're this defending state champion, everybody's scheming for you. Everybody's looking a couple of games ahead, saying, well, we have Waupun next week Friday or next week Tuesday, whatever it is. And they're always planning and trying to come up with something they can do to dethrone you. And, it's a real challenge for a team.
Well, I had a chance to talk to Tim Alsma before the boys started playing earlier today, so I'm going to have that interview coming our way in about 2 minutes. We'll take a 2-minute break, come back, and have that interview with Coach Tim Alsma. And Waupun on the road, taking on Kewaskum. Big implications in the East Central Conference. Back after this on RP Sports.
Did you know that Ergo Bank of Marquezine Did you know that Ergo Bank of Marquezine and Fox Lake offers Kasasa Rewards checking accounts? All Kasasa Rewards accounts include refunds on ATM withdrawal fees. When you meet the monthly qualification criteria, there's no monthly maintenance fee and no minimum balance requirement. Best of all, you get rewarded for things you probably do anyway, such as using your debit card and setting up a direct deposit. Discover the benefits of opening a Kasasa Rewards checking account at Ergo Bank of Marquezine and Fox Lake.
A reminder for everyone that Ben's Automotive is open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. until 5 p.m. and on Saturdays by appointment only. Keeping your vehicle in tip-top running condition is essential. Call 324-9962 for Ben's Automotive. Get the quality repair and maintenance services you need from the automotive technicians you can trust. Ben's Automotive at the corner of Carrington and Main Streets in beautiful downtown Waupun. Call 920-324-9962 to schedule your service or repair needs today.
Andy with us here at the other bar, Main Street in downtown Waupun. Super fun Super Bowl week, Andy. Let's give it.
Apparently there's 2 football teams playing on Sunday. We'll have it on here. You can guarantee that we're going to have all the TVs with the game on. We have 17 different tap lines on. We'll have food specials going as well on Sunday.
Nice warmer week here. People kind of out and about and sunshine out. Feels good.
February's great. Sun's out. Started moving towards some warmer weather. We've always got specials going here. Monday, of course, is all you can eat shrimp and fries and pizza specials. Tuesday's Mexican all day. Wednesday's wings after 4. Thursdays is build your own burger. Friday, of course, is fish. And Saturday is buy one, get one free appetizer.
You guys offer those great homemade pizzas too. Talk about that for us.
We've got pizza specials on Monday nights on our 16 and our 12-inch. They're all homemade and built to order.
Andy with us here at the other bar, Main Street in downtown Waupun. Have a great week, and no matter who you got this weekend, just stop on down, and the game will be on.
Well, unfortunately, they're all better than the Packers, so pick a team, I guess. We'll see you Sunday.
Welcome back to more of our pregame show brought to you by Home and Auto Sales, and an opportunity to talk to the head coach of the Waupun Lady Warriors, Tim Alsman. Here we are at a tough place to play, a team that's looking for revenge. You knocked them out of the trip to the state tournament last year as you guys went on to win the state tournament. You beat them out of a conference before in the past, so they've got a lot of scores to settle with you. So what's that going to be like, you think, here tonight against a pretty good Kewaskum team?
Yeah, we know this team really well. For a team that is kind of been always on the outside looking up, I think they feel as though their time is now. And so we're going to have to make sure that we're taking care of the basketball, that we're rebounding, that we're aware of the length that they have, and just the excitement, the atmosphere of the game tonight is going to be, nothing that's going to get matched with it being the boys playing before us, and you got a doubleheader going on. So we're going to have to handle some nerves, and we're going to have to be able to play through some stuff like a playoff basketball game tonight.
What do you think about that, back-to-back? I kind of like that with the boys playing first, a game that got moved over from yesterday, and here you are playing right after them. I kind of like it. It's nice for us. We can just set up one time for 2 games. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, I have no problem with it at all. I think it's a great environment, and I don't see why we can't do it a little more often, because I think it's going to be one of those things moving forward with the lack of referees that we have in the state. And obviously you don't want some of the older refs maybe doubling up, because that's what they're doing tonight. So that's maybe the biggest point of concern. But, just to have the boys in the gym and have the girls in the gym at the same time, I think it's going to be great.
Girls ready for this, mentally ready? I know this is a big game. They know that I thought, like Gracie Gopal mentioning, we don't want to share this with anybody. We'd like to flat out win the conference is what you would do tonight. You already sewed up your portion of it, but you just don't want to share it with anybody. And I think that's what the girls at least told me before. So.
Yeah, that's the mindset. I mean, our kids have worked hard, and our slip up against Winneconne allowed for a night like this to happen, where there's a lot more on the line for it. So yeah, none of us want to share it. We want to take it outright, and we're just going to have to see if we can perform to the level that we're going to need to tonight to get the win.
Okay, Coach, thanks for joining us, and good luck tonight.
All right, appreciate it.
Okay, Tim Alsma joining us on the pregame show. We'll be back with more of that right after this on RP Sports.
This game is powered by C. Broxma Electric of Waupun. C. Broxma Electric has serviced the electrical needs for Waupun and the surrounding area for over 18 years. From small residential jobs to agricultural, industrial, and commercial jobs, they do it all. For quality work and prompt, courteous service, contact your State of Wisconsin licensed electrical contractor in our area. C. Broxma Electric at 920-319-1614 or check them out online at cbelectric.net. If you're looking for someone to take care of your tree needs, call Eli at Torres Tree Service of Waupun. He's been in the business for 10 years and started up Torres Tree Service 3 years ago. Eli and his team can remove trees big or small, even those hard-to-get-to trees. They do tree trimming and stump grinding, and the job's not done until they put topsoil and seed where the tree was removed, clean up the debris, and haul it away. Join the many satisfied customers by calling Torres Tree Service in Waupun at 920-344-5887.
Welcome back to Kewaskum High School. We are all fired up and ready to bring you some girls basketball. Maybe they're going to use a little momentum that Waupun had, getting at least close to that ball game, only losing by 2 for the boys, and take that right into this game against a very good girls team from Kewaskum, who was sitting at 16-5 on the season. And as far as conference, they're only a game behind, or a game and a half behind Waupun, because they played one less. This is the last conference game for Waupun. Kewaskum has Waupun, then they have Plymouth coming up next week. But a lot of implications, a lot of just mental things before you go into the postseason. So many reasons you want to win this ball game for both teams.
Yeah, first and foremost, conference championship outright. Secondly, this is the time of year when you want to start playing well. You want to get your rotations figured out. You want to see who's going to, be there for you in the clutch situations if you're a coach. And as a team, you just want to play well. You want to start to gel. You want to feel good about yourselves, and have a lot of confidence as you enter the postseason. And I think it's almost tournament time now. It really is becoming that mid-February, and you need to get on a roll.
Again, Waupun coming off a pretty tough victory, and they played Kettle Moraine Lutheran. They ended up beating them by 10, but man, that was a battle between that. They had a double-figure lead in that ball game, and KML had a special little player that kind of lit them up there for, I forget what she had for points in the upper 20s.
27, I believe.
27.
Mackenzie Larrig, I think her name was.
Yeah, Larrig talked to her mom, and that's how we're calling him Larrig, her brother, the week before, and then mom was sitting right behind me and said Larrig, like an E in there. But yeah, she was a heck of a player, man, launching up threes, and really made a difference getting your team back in. So, Waupun definitely battle-tested in that ball game. Like I said, everybody gives you their best at any given night. It's a big thing. I've seen the reactions from Grafton when they beat Waupun, when Lake Mills beat Waupun. It was like they won the state championship at that time, being the defending state champs. So, and we'll see a lot more scores to settle here for the Kewaskum Indians, getting knocked out of the tournament last year. I don't think they got a share of the tournament or the conference championship last year. Waupun got it flat out kind of the same way last year, and hopefully that Waupun can hand that to them again this year.
I think that's the goal. I know the girls really would like to do that, and you have those back-to-back type of things, and you can put it on a T-shirt. You can wear it around proudly for the next 10 or 15 years of your life. So it's something special.
Yeah, just about ready to have the national anthem here, if they're going to do that again.
I'm sure they will.
Yeah, sometimes I've been to things that they didn't if it was two varsity things, but I'm sure they'll do it again. They're all lined up around the 3-pine arc. But again, the Waupun Lady Warriors looking for a big victory here at Kewaskum. Randy and I will be back, along with Jeff, with the video streaming coming back in just a few minutes to give you the starting lineups and the beginning of tonight's exciting East Central Conference game. Waupun at Kewaskum to take on the Indians. Back after this on RP Sports.
HomeandAuto.com. Check out our selection of over 400 new and used vehicles. HomeandAuto.com. Every vehicle from all 4 of our locations in one convenient place. Find your perfect car without leaving home at HomeandAuto.com. New vehicles from Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, Buick, and Ford. Pre-owned from $39.82 and certified pre-owned. Plus the warranties and hometown service you can depend on. Make the home and family your first stop at HomeandAuto.com. We make you feel at home at Homan.
Saputo Cheese, just outside of Waupun, is hiring. A new year, a new career. Due to their continued growth, Saputo has full-time benefit-eligible career opportunities available in their Alto facility. Saputo offers entry-level pay starting at $21.94 per hour, or operators starting at $25.09 per hour. Great benefits, shift pay, and more. A new year, a new career with Saputo Cheese in Alto. Apply online at saputo.com/careers. Saputo is an equal opportunity employer.
Are you missing out on life? Does chronic joint pain prevent you from doing the things you love? I get it. All you think about is pain. This is Dr. Randy Blahoviak with New Medical Center. We have the solution to your problem. If you suffer from debilitating and chronic joint pain, learn how innovative medicine with human cellular tissue products can get you back to living your best life. Call New Medical Center for an alternative approach with innovative medicine at 920-249-8757.
Excellence in dentistry meets exceptional service. It's Dentistry of Wisconsin in Waupun and Beaver Dam. From routine cleanings, checkups, and maintenance to more advanced dental care and cosmetic services, choose Dentistry of Wisconsin. Doctors Metzger's, Truckenbrod, Zittman, and Warner, along with their friendly staff, are here to care for you. Visit their state-of-the-art facilities in Waupun and Beaver Dam, accepting new patients. Dentistry of Wisconsin. They'll give you a reason to smile both inside and out.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Wisconsin.
This message presented by the Wisconsin Interscholastic Athletic Association and the Wisconsin Athletic Directors Association.
The last tractor you'll ever need is here. Get into a Massey Ferguson compact or utility tractor and accomplish more than ever before. These versatile tractors are known for their unbeatable power, smart fuel economy, and upgraded creature comforts. And with their ability to multitask through any job around the yard or farm, they'll provide you with outstanding value for years to come. Visit Waupun Equipment Company in Waupun, Watertown, and Eden to find the right model for your operation.
We are back. Kewaskum High School. Steve and Randy with you, Jeff with us, and we are ready to bring you some girls basketball action. They're announcing the starting lineup. Let's do the same. Lydia Alsma, 14.5 points a game, a 5'10 sophomore. Maddie Vandestreek, a 5'7 junior, averaging 4.5 points a game. Rowan Harder, a 5'10 sophomore, 4.5 games for Rowan. Gracie Gopalin, a 5'4 junior, averaging 9.5 points a game, 5 assists a game. And Kale Peterson, the University of Marquette recruit, almost 21 points a game, 31% from behind the arc, 12 rebounds a game, and 3 assists a game for Kale Peterson. Taking a look at the starting lineup for the Kewaskum Indians, coached by Mark Maley. Julia Steger is a 5'7 senior, averaging 9.5 points a game. Abigail Gerhardt, a 5'8 junior. Morgan Adams, a 6' senior, 9.5 points a game for her and 5.5 rebounds. Grace Lighthizer, 5'4 senior. Maddie Doggs is a 6' senior, averaging 15.5 points a game for the Kewaskum Indians.
Familiar name, Steve, for the
the same
Kewaskum, the same girls we've watched for a couple of years now.
Yeah, we even didn't really have to get pronunciations from them because we remember saying them so often last year. 3 games we did last year, now 2 games this year. But if you play them for the 3rd game, that'll be at the state tournament because they're not in the same sectional this year.
That's correct.
So hopefully they get to play again.
That'd be neat. Yeah, that would be great.
That would be huge.
2 teams out of the same conference. Well, that would show the strength of your conference. But
yeah, great crowd. They really packed this place up. The boys' game, maybe not a lot of people knew that they got switched till for the first game today, and they're talking about maybe making that a thing at least one night a year. They're talking to the coaches. They thought that would be a bad idea to do this maybe once a year.
Yeah, non-conference probably.
Yeah, maybe do a non-conference game, something early in the season. Maybe get some people that just go to the boys' games or just the girls' games and start coming to both teams' games when they play around the area.
And my son, when he played college basketball, they did that mainly for travel reasons, I think. But the one year the girls would play first and the boys second, and then the next year they'd flip that. But we really got to, as parents, we got to know so many more people because of that. You know, we were integrated into the girls' teams, families, and everything else. So I really like the idea.
We do have to give a shout out to Dee Peterson out there, Kale's grandma, that is listening.
Yeah, hi.
Or is it? Yeah, Kale's great grandma is listening right now. So Dee, I know you're like to follow the team, and we are glad that we can bring you the game here on Radio Plus Sports. So thanks for joining us, Dee, and the rest of our viewers here all logged on and ready for what should be a great basketball game. I see they even got the high school kids doing probably a broadcast for their huddle camera here tonight. So a nice experience for them to do that. Tip is won by Kewaskum. They come up with it first. Grace Lighthizer gets it. Cross-court pass over to Abigail Gerhardt.
Waupun man-to-man to start the game.
Lighthizer has it, passes it back over to Stager. Ball dribbled around the right side by Lighthizer. And their main scorer, Maddie Doggs, with it. Cross-court pass left side in the hands of Stager. Pass in the lane, little up and under with the left hand, and no good. But getting the rebound is Abigail Gerhardt, still in the hands of the Indians. Oh, that's tossed out of bounds. Grace Lighthizer. Nice defense by Waupun. Finally causing a turnover on an errant pass, and Waupun will get the ball back. No score in the game.
Looking, coach is trying to get his offense set, moving people around. Coach Alsma.
Cross-court pass over to Lydia Alsma in the corner. Dribbles out of the corner. Back out on top with it is Gracie Gopalin. Gracie dribbling in and bringing it back, kind of setting things up, pointing where she wants some of the players. A little hesitation, goes up and totally burns. Grace Lighthizer said goodbye, see you later, and puts it in. Gracie Gopalin with the first points of the ball game.
Yeah, Gracie with the Stockton move. Left side, right hand, turn your back to the defense, protect the ball.
Adams has it, back out near half court with it is Grace Lighthizer. It's the first minute and a half of the game, 2-0 Waupun. Long three being put up by Doggs, no good, and Gopalin gets the rebound, bringing it up now for the Warriors. And it gets a strip by Doggs as she goes by, and here goes Maddie Doggs the other way. Goes up strong with the right hand, misses. Put back shot is good with the left hand by Morgan Adams. We are tied at 2 apiece. Cale Peterson working against Doggs. Passes it right over to Vandestreek in the corner, back on top, 16-footer straight away. He is no good, and a good job by Rowan Harder. Just to kind of tap the ball, couldn't grab it, so she just taps it out to her teammate.
Yeah, heads up play. Cerebo.
Yeah, that was. You just don't tap it out there, but she saw her teammate out there. It was a great job. Harder gives it over to Lydia Alsma, uses Harder's pick in the corner. He gets it back out on top. Gopalin, defended by Gracie Lighthizer, and throws up a three, no good, and that's kept alive. Rowan Harder ends up getting after Cale Peterson kind of flicks it over to her. Peterson working in the lane, and eventually somebody's going to have to get called for a foul here, and finally they do draw a foul on the Indians.
Yeah, very physical against Cale.
I thought the other trip down too with Maddie Doggs kind of has a lot of body on her, and they didn't call anything on that.
It does go against Maddie Doggs.
First foul of the ball game for either team. Maddie Doggs with that foul, and Gracie Gopalin with the ball, passes it over to Vandestreek. It'll be a good matchup with Doggs and Cale Peterson. Two quality players going at it, tall players.
About the same size, I'd say.
Yeah, Doggs listed as 6 foot. Here's a three-pointer by Vandestreek, no good. Rebounded by Lydia Alsma, and then a foul reaching in after she grabbed the ball. Let's see, maybe this might be on Doggs. And it is.
It is.
It is on her. That is her second foul, just like that, within seconds.
Good news for Waupun, but we certainly don't want to see Maddie Doggs out of the game. She's a great player, and you just like to see the Indians at full strength in this game.
We're going to keep on taking it right at her every time she comes in the game. Coming in for her is Brooke Gruen, as Doggs will sit down with those two fouls. This Peterson along the baseline, little spin move, fade away, comes up short on the 5-footer, and getting the rebound is Morgan Adams. Pushes it up to Lighthizer. He's going to set things up now for the Indians. Tied at 2 apiece.
Trinity Pierce at the table, ready to come in.
Three-pointer up and no good. But he also gets the rebound. Good job.
Yeah, good box out by the entire team. 3 Warriors all putting bodies, backsides against their opponents to clear that rebound. Oh, nice pass.
Dumps it off to Peterson. Goes up with the left hand, comes up short again. And a rebound for the Indians. Almost 4 minutes into the ball game. We're tied at 2 apiece on your new medical integrated healthcare scoreboard.
Waupun kind of packing in the defense.
On the hands now of Gerhardt. Back over to Lighthizer. Little hesitation move by Gerhardt. Big high arcing shot, and that is no good. And the Indians keep it alive and get the ball. Nice job changing that shot. That almost went in for her, but good job by Vandestreek challenging some passes, but still in the hand of the Indians. Adams passes up a three-point look. Not really a three-point shooter. Not really any real definite three-point shooters for the Indians.
No. Waupun know that. They're packing in.
That one's going to come off the front of the rim, no good. And ball back in the hands of Gruen, and Indians have it back. 13-10 and counting down here in the first half. 2 apiece. The left-handed shot off the glass and in, and that is good for Morgan Adams. Scoring leader with 4 points. All 4 of the points for the Indians. 4-2 the lead. Under 13 to play in the first half.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I think she had a really nice sectional game that we've talked about so often. And late in that game, she really came on and played well.
Waupun, a nice pass inside to Vandestreek and misses. Put back shot, no good from Peterson. And she's going to go right back to the rack with it, puts it in. There you go, Kale. Kale's on the scorebooks now, but Waupun not getting back in time. And chasing past everybody was Julia Stager, gets rewarded, puts in an easy lane, and right away Waupun gives up a tie that they worked their way back into. Rowan Harder throws the cross court over to Gopalin, and Gracie will dribble back out to set it up for Waupun. 6-4 in favor of Kewaskum here at Kewaskum High School. Waupun would like to wrap up the conference championship all by themselves with a victory here today at Kewaskum. Kale Peterson, about an 8-footer off the glass, no good. Harder gets the rebound. Peterson will throw up a three-point shot. That's no good. Back of the rim, no good. And then somehow Waupun gets it back. Here goes Peterson again to the rack and puts it in. Good job. Good persistence by Kale Peterson. We are tied at 6 apiece. And again, running the court. Waupun races down, and right now the ball is loose and kind of lackadaisical going after it. Gruen goes up.
Went
she
down
goes back
hard.
and she banged her head hard on the floor at the end of that. Did Brooke Gruen, and holding that right now. Her head just snapped off the ground. We are tied at 6 apiece again. Waupun real lackadaisical going after the ball. We got an injury.
She popped up on her own.
Yeah, you're hoping you don't see any blood underneath her when they.
No, nodding, and she's nodding in the affirmative. That, as in, I'm okay. You know.
Yeah, we're tied at 6 apiece. 11:28 left in the first half.
Yeah, everything we expected. 2 teams really going after it hard. Kewaskum kind of winning the battle of the 50-50 balls so far.
Yeah.
Really getting after the offensive glass and the balls on the floor. And
real lackadaisical going after balls that come off the rim here too so far in the ball game. So, but still just a 6-6 game. Checking in for Kewaskum is Jaden Chupa is coming up. I was going to wait for the PA announcers to make sure.
I've been told Jupa.
Yeah, we heard that
by
last
someone
year.
here by one of the parents. Chupa. She's going to shoot those free throws.
Just a 40% free throw shooter. I had her marked down for her free throw percentage, and
like that, come off the bench and have to shoot it immediately.
Next one goes in, just like the young man in the game that kind of sealed the deal for Kewaskum in the boys' game. Comes out, normally doesn't get a chance to play, and then one of their starters, they only play 5 guys, and didn't put the other starter, stayed out the rest of the game. He stayed in there and had to make 2 free throws to seal the deal for his team.
Pearson, Babish in the game.
And a reach-in foul is going to get called on Julia Stager. Stager with the foul called on her. 8-6 the lead now for Kewaskum. Lydia Alsma gets the inbounds pass. Crossover back in the lane. Try to kick it out to Babish, but she does get the ball back into Gracie Gopalin's hands. Waupun goes up, flicks it back over her head, almost gets it to go, but misses. And Stager gets the rebound. Here goes the Indians the other way. It looks like they are set to run the court as soon as they get rebounds, see if they can get some free baskets that way, because they've gotten one so far from that.
Maddie Dog set to check back in with those 2 fouls. They're going to take that chance.
Waupun will, if there's, maybe you think about going right at her, see if they can get that 3rd foul. That one's going to go off the hands and out of bounds off the hands of Chupa. And Waupun will get it back. Both teams just look a little out of sorts right now. Nothing flowing for either team right now.
Pretty good defense will do that sometimes. Nothing coming easy for either team.
So Waupun with a basketball. 10-19 and counting down in the half. Long 3 being put up by Gopalin. Too strong, no good. And getting the rebound is Chupa. A 3-pointer put up now by Stager is no good. And long rebound in the hands of Gracie Gopalin. We're heading the other way. Gracie trying to see if they get that 3rd foul on trying to get in Dog's way.
That's good. That's a good no call right there.
Yeah.
Gracie veering off and creating the contact.
But he also misses a 10-footer in the lane, and Dogs gets the rebound, pushing it up now for the Indians.
Ooh, nearly.
Yeah. A little scoop shot and in. Again, to Morgan Adams with her 6th point of the game, has the Indians up now 10-6, 9.5 to play in the first half.
And we kind of thought they'd come to play, and they certainly have.
Definitely got a defensive scheme against Waupun that's been causing him some trouble, and just playing a little bit more aggressively than the Lady Warriors.
Long athletic girls, not maybe quite as much of basketball players as, but yeah, they certainly have the athletes.
Lydia's got it behind the back, finds the lane, scoops it up and comes up short. A lot of just coming up short on opportunities for Waupun. Crossover dribble by Lighthizer, gets it down low into Stager. She'll put it up and she's going to get fouled. And Julia Stager will go to the free throw line to shoot a pair. Stager, a 58% free throw shooter. Stager's free throw is up, and it is good. Now with 3 points in the game and a 5-point lead for the Indians. And Waupun with some opportunities inside, just kind of coming up short on a lot of shots so far. Both free throws good for Stager. Makes them both. We got a timeout on the court. Back in 30 seconds with more Lady Warrior basketball on RP Sports.
HomeandAuto.com. Check out our selection of over 400 new and used vehicles. HomeandAuto.com. Every vehicle from all 4 of our locations in one convenient place. Find your perfect car without leaving home at HomeandAuto.com. New vehicles from Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, Buick, and Ford. Pre-owned from $39.82 and certified pre-owned. Plus the warranties and hometown service you can depend on. Make the Homan family your first stop at HomeandAuto.com. We make you feel at home at Homan.
Okay, we are back after that timeout by Coach Tim Alsma. Waupun trailing 12-6, looking a little flat on the offensive side of things here in the ball game. And now trailing by 6 points with just under 9 to play in the first half.
As you said, Steve, they've had opportunities. They've had some pretty good looks, but just not able to finish on a couple of those interior shots. A little bit of falling away things.
Peterson gets it knocked out of her hands, but gets it back. And Adams with the active hands out there. Here goes Peterson, goes up. Oh, misses the shot again. Another shot inside that normally we see Kale make on the miss, and Kewaskum gets it back right away.
Well, pretty good defense by Adams, matching close to Kale's length.
Dogs turns around. There was Peterson, and she takes it away. Nice job sneaking in there and double teaming Dogs when she wasn't quite ready for that.
Yeah, we know from just being announcers that Maddie Dogs likes to go to the left hand.
Well, basket going to be called off because something happened away from the ball.
That's on Maddie Dogs.
Oh, Dogs just picked up another foul. So Lydia Alsma, or somebody else was laying on the floor, and Dogs picks up her third foul, and she's going to get taken out of the game with Brooke Gruen coming in.
I think that was Maddie Van de Streek that took that.
That's who went down?
Yeah,
okay.
number 2.
Okay.
That was just...
Van de Streek gets it down to the corner, inbounded back over to Lydia Alsma. Lane to the basket, puts it up and puts it in. Nice drive there by Alsma, finishing for her first points. Waupun back within 4 now, trailing 12-8. Not the game that I'm sure Maddie Dogs wanted to be out of this game so often with 3 fouls now. We still got over 7.5 to play out here in the first half.
2-3 zone now by Waupun. Nice pass.
10-footer up, and that is no good. Peterson rips down the rebound for the Lady Warriors. There goes Alsma, bringing it up back out to Kale. Here she'll launch up a long 3, and that is nothing but net for Kale Peterson. Now with 7 points. Waupun back within a point again, running the court in a hurry. Gruen gets blocked by Peterson, gets the ball back. A little running shot on the left side, and then we've got a foul. Looks like this is going to be against Kewaskum. Definitely a game plan that Kewaskum has. As soon as you get that, Waupun makes a basket, see if you can go right back down and get one on a fast break the other way. And they've done that numerous times, successfully once.
Yeah, push the ball, make her miss. I like that. It's fun for the kids to play that way too. Get the pace up. A lot of kids have opportunities to score in transition. And Kale blocked one shot, changed another.
Yeah.
All in one possession.
Ooh, nice pick by Peterson. Shot up off the glass and no good. Chasing it down and getting the ball eventually was Stager. Gives it up over to Lighthizer in the lane with it. Now ball loose, but back on top of the hands of Morgan Adams. Now Waupun pulls back within a point now. 12-11 in favor of the Kewaskum Indians. Cross court right side. Back over to Gruen in the corner. Here goes Adams in the lane. That's a good job by Van de Streek getting there and tapping it back over to Babish. And Waupun comes up with a chance to take the lead here in the ball game. Addie Van de Streek with it. Back over to Peterson. She'll pull up a 15-footer. No good. And
nice
chasing
job
it
by Lydia.
Good job, Lydia. Gets it. Little jump stop in the lane. No good on the shot by Gracie Gopalin. And coming up with it are the Indians. It's a few opportunities this trip down, but can't convert. Roland Harder getting set to check in for the Lady Warriors.
Waupun packing in that zone.
Oh, Maddie Van de Streek with a steal. Gracie heading down on the other side, and a good hustle there by Stager. That was really good hustle by her to hustle down the court too and intercepted the pass, trying to get it over to Gracie on the left side. Gracie's going to sit down, and Roland Harder is going to check in, and Gracie's going to get a little break right now for the Lady Warriors.
That's going to be
time out on the court. Back in 30 seconds with more Lady Warrior basketball on RP Sports.
You've put a lot of thought into every detail of your new home, including the flooring. Or you finally decided on the perfect flooring to add life to your current home. Your next move is to call Daryl Vandezand at VZ Flooring to install it for you. He's fully insured and has been in the business for over 18 years, including starting VZ Flooring over 7 years ago. Daryl can install your new carpet, tile, LVP, LVT, and backsplash. Call VZ Flooring at 920-210-4909 to get a free estimate.
Okay, upon getting back in, they were down by 6 at one time, 12-6. They've scored the last 5 points, back within a point. Just a scrappy, physical game, just no real flow offensively for both teams. But like you said before, good defense will kind of cause that. And both teams are playing some pretty good defense so far.
And that foul going against Gopalin is her second, so she's going to take a seat right now. Almost 6 minutes left in the half. We'll see if Coach Alsma decides to bring her back out on the floor.
Lighthizer has it, passes left side over to Stager. Morgan Adams with it over by the free throw line. She's got 6 points in the game so far. Cross court pass over to Stager, back out on top to Lighthizer. Stays back in that zone.
Again, Waupun kind of packing in that zone.
A 15-footer on the right side misses everything. Good rebound by Gruen. He gets it back out to Stager. Another one of those balls that Waupun just couldn't haul in. 3-point shot, no good, and they get the long rebound back in the hands now of Morgan Adams. Had some opportunities at three, so she can obviously not a three-point shooter. Passing up those opportunities Waupun has been giving her. And back over to Steger. Good job again for Waupun. It's got to get those rebounds after those misses.
A little more difficult to rebound out of a zone. There's a nice diagonal pass.
Yeah, that was perfect. Kind of leading Rowan Harder away following Gruen over to the one side. And Steger came in on the other side, and they found her streaking down the lane. Good pass, good find. Alsma with it. Guarded by Gerhardt right now. Dribbling off to her left, back over to Kale Peterson. Adams covering her. Using those long arms and kind of reaching right in. That's knocked out of her hands. And a breakaway the other way for Lighthizer. Goes up and puts it in. Nice job sneaking in from the other side when she didn't see it and tapped it away and took it the rest of the way on the other end to put the Indians back up by 5, 16-11. Gracie Gopal sitting down with those 2 fouls. Peterson battling and goes in along the left side, and boy, she had to work for that one, but gets it to go. Big physical move into the basket by Kale Peterson. Waupun down by 3, 16-13. Adams gets it back over to Lighthizer out on top, passes right side to Gerhardt. And thanks for joining us here today to watch some great basketball. Got Jeff Sauer with a video streaming. Good job closing in on Adams on that drive. Steve Winterhack and Randy Armkin bringing you the play-by-play on the game. Look inside over to Gruen. Obviously all right after banging her back of her head on the floor earlier in the game. And the person missing everything, and we did mention doesn't have any stats for three-point shooting and misses everything on that shot. And Waupun will get it back. Got a little impatient and not the shot probably that Coach Maley was looking for.
Yeah. Morgan Adams says that was wide open. There's a reason you're wide open, because they're going to let you shoot that shot.
That's why Giannis is left open quite often.
He's actually getting better at it, though. I got to he's working at the game. Yeah, he's making a few of them at least.
I'd rather him shoot out there than those transition baskets that he makes. So Waupun with the ball. Oh, and that one's tapped away, and Gruen knocks it out of bounds. Waupun will get it back at near half court. Kewaskum Haley Butchlick coming in, the 5'10 senior. And a streak will inbound to get the ball inbounded into her, and Waupun trying to tighten things up again, only down by 3. Back over to Lydia Alsma. She's going to turn around, throw one up, and puts it in. 2-point basket. Yeah, her foot was definitely on the line. So Lydia Alsma gets the field goal.
Step back. That was a tough shot. Tough for anybody to get it there, especially a young lady.
She keeps on making those at a higher percentage along it. As we've seen her get better and better at that stuff, she's really going to be a very sought-after player by some colleges at the next level. Plus, so athletic. Medalist at the state tournament. There's Gruen, and gets a shot changed by Peterson, and Waupun comes up with a Trinity Pierce with a rebound. Kale has it, gives up her dribble, back over to Rowan Harder. And Lydia trying to use that pick somehow. Another one just inside three-point range. Another 2-point shot for Lydia Alsma. Man, she's drilling those shots.
Off the bounce.
Yeah, Waupun takes the lead, 17-16. Three-point shot put up, and that goes in.
Banked it.
Wow. It was so bad it was good. It made it. 5 points now for Grace Lighthizer. Puts the Indians back up by 2. Little pass into Harder inside. Misses, but Trinity Pierce gets the rebound and in trouble right now, but does get it back to Harder. And here goes Vandestreek with a 3-point attempt. No good. Chase for the ball, and coming up with it is Grace Lighthizer, pushing it up now. Adams gets the pass, back out on top, over to Lighthizer. 19-17 after that bank shot three-pointer by the Indians. They've got the lead back and the ball.
44 seconds. Waupun's going to stay in that zone, pack it in. Kewaskum might just dribble it down to under 10 and look to get that last shot.
So the boys team do that, but they were up by about 16 points. They were just killing the clock and took a lot of time off because the clock was in their favor. But again, just a disappointing loss for
They're going man. They're going man-to-man now. Try and force the action a little bit.
Down to 15 seconds left. Pass over the left side, back over to Butchlick.
Still in zone, I guess. Just kind of matched up for a short time.
Adams has it. They're running out of time. Down to 1 second left. Ball was on the way and no good. So good defense by Waupun at the end of that. And only trailed by 2, 19-17. And we're going to take about a 3-minute break and come back and talk about the first half in just a few minutes. You're tuned in to Waupun Lady Warrior Basketball on RP Sports.
HomeandAuto.com. Check out our selection of over 400 new and used vehicles. HomeandAuto.com. Every vehicle from all 4 of our locations in one convenient place. Find your perfect car without leaving home at HomeandAuto.com. New vehicles from Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, Buick, and Ford. Pre-owned from $39.82 and certified pre-owned. Plus the warranties and hometown service you can depend on. Make the home and family your first stop at HomeandAuto.com. We make you feel at home at Homan.
Saputo Cheese, just outside of Waupun, is hiring. A new year, a new career. Due to their continued growth, Saputo has full-time benefit-eligible career opportunities available in their Alto facility. Saputo offers entry-level pay starting at $21.94 per hour, or operators starting at $25.09 per hour. Great benefits, shift pay, and more. A new year, a new career with Saputo Cheese in Alto. Apply online at saputo.com/careers. Saputo is an equal opportunity employer.
Are you missing out on life? Does chronic joint pain prevent you from doing the things you love? I get it. All you think about is pain. This is Dr. Randy Blahoviak with New Medical Center. We have the solution to your problem. If you suffer from debilitating and chronic joint pain, learn how innovative medicine with human cellular tissue products can get you back to living your best life. Call New Medical Center for an alternative approach with innovative medicine at 920-249-8757.
Excellence in dentistry meets exceptional service. It's Dentistry of Wisconsin in Waupun and Beaver Dam. From routine cleanings, checkups, and maintenance to more advanced dental care and cosmetic services, choose Dentistry of Wisconsin. Doctors Metzger's, Truckenbrod, Zittman, and Warner, along with their friendly staff, are here to care for you. Visit their state-of-the-art facilities in Waupun and Beaver Dam, accepting new patients. Dentistry of Wisconsin. They'll give you a reason to smile both inside and out.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Wisconsin.
This message presented by the Wisconsin Interscholastic Athletic Association and the Wisconsin Athletic Directors Association.
The last tractor you'll ever need is here. Get into a Massey Ferguson compact or utility tractor and accomplish more than ever before. These versatile tractors are known for their unbeatable power, smart fuel economy, and upgraded creature comforts. And with their ability to multitask through any job around the yard or farm, they'll provide you with outstanding value for years to come. Visit Waupun Equipment Company in Waupun, Watertown, and Eden to find the right model for your operation.
And we are back at Kewaskum High School. Steve Winterhack along with Randy Armga. And halftime score, the Waupun Lady Warriors trailing at halftime 19-17 in this big-time ball game in the East Central Conference here at Kewaskum High School. And we got Brett Pickerts with us right now, the head coach for the Waupun boys team. And you were down by 16 points at halftime in that ball game. Let's just give your thoughts on that first half of basketball, first of all, for the team.
First half was uninspiring, and our seniors led at halftime, and we played a really good half of basketball, but we're getting to the point where youth and inexperience is not an excuse anymore. Some of these guys have been playing varsity basketball for 4 years, and I told them at halftime, you got to feel it in your soul and heart, because you're not worse than these guys. We're a better basketball team. We proved it in the second half. And
that was quite a second half there with opportunities there, and you only end up losing by 2 and just ran out of timeouts. At the end, 3 seconds left, you make the 3-point basket, get within 2, and it was a really nice second half by you guys.
Yeah, we battled. We need to put all 36 minutes together, but proud of the guys, but we have to play more inspired throughout the 36 minutes.
Anything, Randy?
I really don't, Coach. I think you're right, though. I think I said during the broadcast, it's not so much about X's and O's at halftime. I was suggesting that you might be just talking about heart and desire, and that's sort of what you alluded to, that what was going on, and the young men have to figure that out. And you got enough talent that you can do some damage yet in this season. Yeah,
we just got to keep things rolling and keep staying positive and play with our hearts and just keep things simple and keep playing hard. It's gonna turn a little bit. Good news is we play tomorrow, and we got a lot of games left, so we're gonna keep things rolling, and I'm very optimistic for the future.
Again, to let people know exactly what time you're playing, who you're playing tomorrow.
Yeah, we're in Sheboygan Falls at 1 o'clock, a little afternoon matinee on a Saturday, but because of Winterfest, we want to get the kids home for the dance and be a kid, So they're tough, but we're gonna come out and battle and get things back on track.
You want to tell Mac to go to bed or anything right now?
He's probably already in bed. My wife has probably been asleep for 7:57, probably a good hour now. So if they're still watching, I'm looking forward to seeing them tonight. So.
Well, Coach, thanks for coming up here after that game. It's just a 2-point loss, 50-48, and a really nice second half.
Hey, thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
Okay, Brett Pickett's head coach for the Waupun Warriors, losing by a couple of points to Kewaskum before this game. But we're sitting here at a very exciting 2-point game at halftime. Waupun trailing by a score of 19-17, a very physical, very game Kewaskum team that they're playing.
Yeah, very talented and very athletic team, and you have to show up when you come to this gym. I always said when I coached, obviously boys basketball back then, but when you came to Kewaskum, I always gave them like a 10-point, kind of a 10-point handicap by playing in this gym. I said you got to win by 12 if you're going to win by 2, because that's the mentality you have to play with. They get just the facility-wise and everything about this is somewhat of an advantage, and that's fine. That is what it is, and this is their facility. And if they can put quality teams on the court, it's a difficult place to come in and play. And if you're the home team, that's what you like to see.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Should be a crazy second half here. We'll see what the coaches come up with. It's really a chess match between Coach Moser and Coach Alsma in this ball game here, and see who wins out here in the second half of action. But I think really it's such an important game for the Waupun Lady Warriors to grab this one and really show that they're serious about trying to be defending state champs and maybe get back to that state championship again.
Yeah, one thing of note, Gracie Gopal with 2 fouls. She sat probably, I think, almost 5 minutes and 50 seconds of that first half. She sat that time to make sure she didn't get that 3rd foul. And then for Kewaskum, I think I would consider her their best player, and Maddie Doggs. She had 3 fouls. She did not score in the first half.
No.
She had the 3 fouls, and that's going to be a huge factor whether she can stay out of foul trouble in the second half, because she brings a lot to the table.
Yeah, she averages 15.5 points a game, and she had nothing because she got in foul trouble so early, and then comes out and gets another one right back to the bench, and that pretty much put her there for the rest of the first half. So see if Waupun can maybe get that 4th one on her early here in the second half. But we'll see what the teams talked about, what changes they made or corrections they made as we come back in just 2 minutes with the second half of action. Waupun trailing 19-17. This is Waupun Lady Warrior basketball on RP Sports.
This game is powered by C. Broxma Electric of Waupun. C. Broxma Electric has serviced the electrical needs for Waupun and the surrounding area for over 18 years. From small residential jobs to agricultural, industrial, and commercial jobs, they do it all. For quality work and prompt, courteous service, contact your State of Wisconsin licensed electrical contractor in our area. C. Broxma Electric at 920-319-1614 or check them out online at cbelectric.net. If you're looking for someone to take care of your tree needs, call Eli at Torres Tree Service of Waupun. He's been in the business for 10 years and started up Torres Tree Service 3 years ago. Eli and his team can remove trees big or small, even those hard to get to trees. They do tree trimming and stump grinding, and the job's not done until they put topsoil and seed where the tree was removed, clean up the debris, and haul it away. Join the many satisfied customers by calling Torres Tree Service in Waupun at 920-344-5887. You've put a lot of thought into every detail of your new home, including the flooring. Or you finally decided on the perfect flooring to add life to your current home. Your next move is to call Daryl Vandezand at VZ Flooring to install it for you. He's fully insured and has been in the business for over 18 years, including starting VZ Flooring over 7 years ago. Daryl can install your new carpet, tile, LVP, LVT, and backsplash. Call VZ Flooring at 920-210-4909 to get a free estimate.
Welcome to Terra Max territory. Create the ideal seed bed with a high-quality finish, level soils and remove ruts, and eliminate resistant weeds, all with one innovative tool from Great Plains. The Terra Max is a versatile hybrid tillage solution offering variable intensity tillage for a variety of field conditions. Learn more about hybrid tillage and the new Terra Max at www.greatplainsag.com or by visiting Waupun Equipment Company, your local Great Plains dealer. This is Terra Max territory. Waupun Equipment Company.
Okay, we are back. Got a nice crowd here cheering on two really good basketball teams, really battling in that first half, and Waupun trailing 19-17.
I think you called it, Steve. It'd be nice to see them play one more time this year, which would be at the Resch Center if it did happen.
Yeah, bring it on. That'd be
an
unbelievable high school game, and hopefully it'll be in the state championship game. But we'll see. Waupun's got the talent, so does Kewaskum. It's good enough to be there. Gracie back in with those two fouls, goes in strong on the right side, comes up short on the shot,
taps
the ball away, and Rowan Harder comes up with it. Gracie says, "No, I'm not going to give up on that. Let's get her back and reset." And a strike with it, gets it back over to Lydia Alsma, takes it on the right side, gets it tapped away, and pretty active hands there by Kewaskum, making it tough inside. Here goes Peterson with the left hand, misses. And coming up with the rebound is Stagger.
Kale's had a little trouble with that left hand. Ever seeing the Warriors get up and pressure?
Pass underneath over to Dogs, has to run out and get it. A little up and under with the left hand, misses, and a little fight for the ball, and I think we're going to have a tie-up and possession arrow pointing toward the Indians, I believe.
Yes.
Almost a minute into the second half. Nobody's scored yet. Still sitting at 19-17 Kewaskum. Getting into that exciting time of the year. Postseason for hockey starts next week. Jeff, what do you got for games next week?
I have the Fond du Lac Cardinals taking on, can't remember who they're taking on, but I have that on Tuesday, I believe, and then I think Thursday is Waupun, I think, at home.
Okay, there's going to be a reach and foul with Harder trying to deny that pass into Adams inside. I've got one radio game, I think, on Thursday, just radio only, I think, over at Randolph, the girls playing against Marquezan.
Yeah, I think that's what you have.
Here goes Dogs with the basketball, kicks it out to the left side over to Stagger.
Maddie Dogs a little hesitant to take the ball to the rack. She's just afraid of maybe picking up a player control foul.
Peterson kind of knowing where Dogs is kind of cheating back a little bit to give Rowan Harder a little help. She's fronting her right now. They're going to lob one into her, and she does get it and puts it up and misses, gets it back and puts it back in on the putback. First basket of the ball game, first points of the ball game for Maddie Dogs.
Yeah, I would have bet a paycheck that she wasn't going to go scoreless in the second half. Too good of an athlete.
Vandestreek gets cut off in the lane, gets it back over to Rowan Harder down in the right corner, dribbles out of the corner. Vandestreek back with the ball, gets it back over to Gopal on the left side. 21-17, Waupun down by 4. Peterson gets it. Goes up strong to the right and comes up, misses, but Rowan Harder with a nice rebound, almost puts it back in for the putback. But a nice job being strong inside. Rowan Harder on the Peterson miss, and she's earned herself a couple free throws.
Had a fun time with Rowan on the on the showcase on Wednesday nights. Very nice young lady.
Free throws up, rims out, no good. Yeah, Rowan said, I wanted to get her. I want you on our show. I want you on the prep showcase, and finally got her there. Randy kind of gave her some questions ahead of time that helped a little bit. And then we have Peterson jumping into lane, kind of battling with Dogs over there, but doesn't even get to shoot the second free throw. Waupun still down by 4. 15 and a half minutes and counting down in the ball game here at Kewaskum High School. Oh, a nice little feed inside from Adams into her teammate Dogs, making her presence known now with 4 points. And Street coming into the right side, and she gets fouled, and she'll go to the line to shoot 2.
I'll go on Morgan Adams, a little body. Didn't stay vertical.
Eddie Vandestreek getting 2 free throws, a 54% free throw shooter on the season.
Second foul on Morgan Adams.
First free throw is good for Maddie, her first point of the ball game. 23-18 now the lead for Kewaskum. Next free throw for Vandestreek is off and getting rebounded by Dogs. 5-point lead now for Kewaskum. Adams gets it back out on top in the hands of Lighthizer.
Upon man-to-man defense. Peterson on Maddie Dogs. Nice matchup there.
Vandestreek goes for the steal, but doesn't get there in time. Here goes Dogs on the left side, gets it stripped out of her hands by Maddie Vandestreek. It'll remain Kewaskum basketball. Just under 15 to play in the ball game, upon trailing 23-18. Dogs gets in lane, working against Peterson, flicks it back over, tough shot, misses, and Gracie Gopalin with a rebound. Nice defense there by Cale Peterson. Josh Novice is tuned in watching the game. All excited about the Legion softball that's coming up. Also a high school softball, pretty good team they're going to put on the field. Alsma misses her 16-footer. That's rebound and pushed the other way now from Lighthizer.
I'm kind of excited about that American Legion softball as well. American Legion just does such an amazing job with that on the baseball program that's been around forever. Now it's going to be softball included.
Yeah, Derek Stanke, the first coach for the Legion softball team.
I think he's like the state commissioner.
The commissioner besides of the whole thing, yeah.
He's going to be in charge of it.
Adams, tough-looking shot, but man, she put it in. Nothing but net on that. A little half-hook shot of hers. Pretty strong move by Morgan Adams now with 8 points in the game. Lydia's got it down to the corner. Gets it into Peterson along that right block going against Adams. And muscles her way in there for a basket. First points of the second half. And we've got a timeout taken by Tim Alsma. And we're going to take a full timeout. Back in 1 minute with more Lady Warrior basketball on RP Sports.
Andy with us here, the other bar, Main Street in downtown Waupun. Super fun Super Bowl week, Andy. Let's give it.
Apparently there's 2 football teams playing on Sunday. We'll have it on here. You can guarantee that we're going to have all the TVs with the game on. We have 17 different tap lines on. We'll have food specials going as well on Sunday.
Nice warmer week here. People kind of out and about and sunshine out. Feels good.
February's great. Sun's out. Started moving towards some warmer weather. We've always got specials going here. Monday, of course, is all you can eat shrimp and fries and pizza specials. Tuesday's Mexican all day. Wednesday's wings after 4. Thursdays is build your own burger. Friday, of course, is fish. And Saturday is buy one, get one free appetizer.
You guys offer those great homemade pizzas too. Talk about that for us.
We've got pizza specials on Monday nights on our 16 and our 12-inch. They're all homemade and built to order.
Andy with us here, the other bar, Main Street in downtown Waupun. Have a great week, and no matter who you got this weekend, just stop on down, and the game will be on.
Well, unfortunately, they're all better than the Packers, so pick a team, I guess. We'll see you Sunday.
Welcome back over to Kewaskum High School. Steve and Randy with you. Got Jeff on the video streaming. And glad you're joining us here tonight. Getting to watch a really good high school basketball game. 25-20 in favor of Kewaskum with 13:35 left here in the ball game.
Two very good high school basketball games tonight. Yeah, Waupun boys losing 48-50 earlier in this doubleheader.
Yeah, tough first half. Waupun down by 16 at halftime, and then played a nice second half, but just maybe dug too much of a hole to be able to maybe easily win that in the second half and a ball game. But yeah, it says it rough being down by 16, but they did come back, only lost by 2. 50-48. The ball tapped away, and good job by Vandestreek. She's very active out there. Great defender. She tosses the ball off from Steger and out of bounds. Waupun will get it back. Trying to get some kind of offensive flow in this ball game.
Yeah, plays like that don't show up in the scorebook or in the stat sheet anywhere, but those are huge.
Halsma with it, dribbles off to her right, back out near half court. Being guarded by Abigail Gerhardt. Going to use those picks being set by Trinity Pierce out top. Finally gives it up. Pass into Peterson along the right block. Double team down there. And she'll go up, and that one no good. Dogs gets the rebound. Has almost lost it, but retains possession and gives it off to Lightheiser to set things up for the Indians.
You see where Maddie Dogs is, bright shoes she has on. It might be Giannis's, huh?
Get into Adams inside and just goes right to the rack. It seems to be the style, getting the real bright colored tennis shoes. Last year or 2 years ago it was different color shoes. Kids are obviously buying 2 pairs of different, the same shoe, but just different color and wearing those. Now it's just some kind of the pastel colors and bright colors.
Giannis has a shoe named after him of that type of shoe. I'm not sure that might be a Giannis brand shoe.
First free throw good for Adams.
Do you have any Winterac brand shoes out there?
No.
You can't just sit back and collect your millions every year?
No, must be nice. Rich just get richer. Makes both free throws, does Adams. Now with 10 points in the game, but 27-20 now, the lead for the Indians over Waupun. Not getting anything going offensively. Gracie Gopal and off the glass and in. Well, they banked one in down there, so why not Gracie? Gracie throws one off the glass and in. Let's see if that can spark them to get going. They're down by 4, 27-23.
They need Gracie to score a little bit. She's been shooting the ball really well the last few games.
Adams has it down in the corner, drives it in, working against Pierce, fakes left, goes right, and that comes up short on the shot. Dogs gets the rebound, goes up with the left hand and finishes. Nice job with the rebound for Maddie Dogs, and the put-back shot is good, 29-23, favor of the Indians. Maddie Vandestreek launches up a 3 from the right side, and she puts it in. Vandestreek now with 4 points in the game. Waupun now within 3, sticking around.
Well, you don't have to make them all. You just have to make enough to keep the defense honest, as they can't cheat to the other players.
Dogs gets it, a tough shot, and it's rebounded by Peterson. Pushing it up now for the Lady Warriors. Another trip down the court. Here goes Peterson, gets past a couple defenders, puts it up and misses. Gets her own rebound and puts it back in. Nice job there by Kale, just to get herself in that position to start with. And sticks with it and puts it in. Waupun within 1 now, 29-28. Adams has it out near the free throw line, gives it over to Stager. He gets it too big a swipe maybe by Trinity Pierce.
I think Trinity might have blocked a shot in the last possession, and that time just too aggressive. Like you said, when you swing that hard, the officials are going to call it even if you don't make contact.
2 free throws for Julia Stager. This free throw is good. Now 3 for 3 in the ball game for Stager.
Not a lot of weaknesses on this Kewaskum team either. They shoot the free throw well as a team. They handle the ball well as a team.
Yeah, both free throws looking pretty solid for a 58% free throw shooter. She's 4 for 4 in the game. Back up by 3 now are the Indians, leading 31-28 on your new medical integrated healthcare scoreboard. Lydia Alsma has it out near top of the key, backs off. Being guarded by Gerhardt, and goes up with left hand, misses, and getting the rebound is Stager. And stealing it is Maddie Vandestreek and takes it right back to the rack and puts it in. Nice active move there by Vandestreek. Stager gets too many rebounds for a 5'7" player. Right elbow up and good for Adams. Now got 12 points in the game. Back to a 3-point lead. Here goes Alsma. Misses the 3-point shot. And again, I think she got
called for the foul.
Called for the foul, man. Just reach in there and grab the ball. You can't go lightly in there. You got to go in strong, and gets penalized. But a nice job by Vandestreek again. They're going to give her a foul on that.
Almost stole a couple of baskets there for the Warriors in the backcourt.
I like her aggressiveness. Been
running the same set here. Kewaskum has the last 4 or 5 trips. Handoff.
Gerhardt has it out on the top. Hands the ball back over to Lighthizer. Maddie Dogs with it. And they're pretty patient. 9:40 left here in the game. Upon trailing by 3, Kewaskum with the basketball.
Gonna keep it.
Dogs on hesitation and the traveling, so Waupun will get it back. Under 9.5 to play. One of those games that's going to go right down to the wire.
Fun chance to tie it right here. Cut it to 1 with a 2-point basket.
Definitely one of the more exciting games I think we ever had a chance to call was that sectional semifinal last year at Lamira. But a 17-footer straight away, rims out, no good. Stager gets the rebound. We're heading the other way. Lighthizer has it out on top. Passes the right side over to Gerhardt. The lob pass into Adams inside and launches it up with the left hand, no good. And somehow Stager gets the rebound. Gerhardt's again with the ball back on top to Lighthizer. And a drive in and a foul on Waupun. Adams will go back to the free throw line to shoot a pair.
He's going to go on Trinity. Here's third. Oh, take that back. Lydia.
This is their first foul. And Morgan Adams to the free throw line. Whoops. To shoot 2. Free throw is good for Adams. I think I got a text from Pete Bawalda. It says something about 1,000 rebounds, and he must be talking about his daughter, Jory Bawalda, for the Randolph Lady Rockets, may have gotten her 1,000th rebound.
That's a stat. Wow.
Yeah.
That's a big-time stat, getting 1,000 boards.
Oh, well, also well over 1,000, and she's going to be going to play her college basketball at UW Milwaukee. It's already signed to play with them. She's going to lob the pass into Trinity Pierce, kind of underneath the basket, kicks it back out. Vandestreek left corner, rims around, no good. Adams gets the rebound. Waupun down by 4, 34-30. A little over 8 minutes left in the game. There goes Dog. She'll launch up a 3 and puts it in. Big bucket there for Kewaskum, where points are hard to come by. Now 9 points in the game, all in the second half for Maddie Dogs. 37-30, Kewaskum. Alsma has it in the lane. They'll bring it back out. Being guarded by Gerhardt. Loses it, and chasing it down is Vandestreek.
Timeout.
Timeout taken by Coach Tim Alsma. 7:44 left to play. Waupun is now a 7-point hole. 30-second timeout back in 30 seconds with more girls basketball action on Radio Plus.
A reminder for everyone that Ben's Automotive is open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. until 5 p.m. and on Saturdays by appointment only. Keeping your vehicle in tip-top running condition is essential. Call 324-9962 for Ben's Automotive. Get the quality repair and maintenance services you need from the automotive technicians you can trust. Ben's Automotive at the corner of Carrington and Main Streets in beautiful downtown Waupun. Call 920-324-9962 to schedule your service or repair needs today. Okay, we are back. 37-30, Waupun trails
A little out of sorts right now for the Lady Warriors, especially on the offensive end.
Plenty of time left, though. 7:44. That's an eternity in a basketball game, and down by 7. Going to have to start on the defensive end. You have to get stops and then go down and convert a few, but on with a set here right out of the timeout. Trying to post up Peterson.
Kale gets it taken away, but going to call a foul on Kale after he got the ball taken away. Ends up fouling Lighthizer. So Kale picks up her first foul, but still Waupun in a little bit of trouble here. See if they can get some mojo going on the offensive end. Down to 7.5 to play in the game. Stager with it, dribbles down in the corner, back over to Adams. And it gets tapped away, and Rowan Harder comes up with it, gives it up right away to Gracie Gopalin, pushing it up for the Lady Warriors. Here goes Alsma, going off another one of those hard picks by Rowan Harder. He gets it back. Back over to Gracie. She's going to launch up a long three. No good off the front of the rim. Stager gets the rebound.
One and done for the Warriors. Other than Kale Peterson early on, getting some offensive boards, it's been a little tough.
And we have a reach-in foul on the Lady Warriors.
Lydia
picks up her second personal foul of the game.
That's a 7th team foul already. Yeah.
Earhart's with a free throw, no good. Peterson with a rebound, pushing it up in a hurry for Waupun. Goes along the left side, left hand comes up short, and Stager gets the rebound. A lot of those shots, especially in the first half for Waupun, just coming up short on shots and missing opportunities. Lighthizer with it, gets it tapped away by Peterson, picks it up around the back at half court, still has it. Under 6.5 to play. See Gopalin now setting things up, a drive along the left side, scoops it off the glass and in. Nice look there by Gracie. Clapping her hands and trying to get her teammates going out here. And a timeout now by Kewaskum, back in 1 minute with more Lady Warrior basketball on RP Sports.
You've put a lot of thought into every detail of your new home, including the flooring. Or you finally decided on the perfect flooring to add life to your current home. Your next move is to call Daryl Vandezand at VZ Flooring to install it for you. He's fully insured and has been in the business for over 18 years, including starting VZ Flooring over 7 years ago. Daryl can install your new carpet, tile, LVP, LVT, and backsplash. Call VZ Flooring at 920-210-4909 to get a free estimate. This game is powered by C. Broxma Electric of Waupun. C. Broxma Electric has serviced the electrical needs for Waupun and the surrounding area for over 18 years. From small residential jobs to agricultural, industrial, and commercial jobs, they do it all. For quality work and prompt, courteous service, contact your State of Wisconsin licensed electrical contractor in our area. C. Broxma Electric at 920-319-1614 or check them out online at cbelectric.net.
Okay, timeout. We are back from that. 6:04 left in the game. Randy, what do we got to do out here to get things going?
Well, I think it's going to come on the defensive end first and foremost. You can't match baskets, obviously, so you got to get after it. See if Waupun maybe got a little something in the plan here to get up and double. There's Gracie, they're going thumbs down. Gracie trying to go down and trap. But, yeah, I think they'll pull something. Get some stops and then get high-quality shots. There it is right now. Trapping time.
Oh, they almost. It gets picked off by. We got a 2-on-1 break. You get the Peterson along the right side.
There it is.
Puts it in, and there, just as you said, Randy, defense turned into offense, and Waupun now back within 3 points.
Yeah, we've seen this happen once before. Kewaskum with a lead, and Waupun getting after it late. Nice pass.
Passing the Dogs inside, and she gets fouled, puts it in, and to the free throw line to shoot one will be Maddie Dogs. That is not what you wanted to happen. Points are hard to come by here against a very good Kewaskum team.
Well, that's what happens sometimes when you're gambling, you're going out and trapping, doubling the ball. It's going to leave people open. Good job. You still have to get the job done, make those extra passes, which they did.
Dogs makes the free throw. And back up by 6 just like that are the Kewaskum Indians. Under 5.5 to play.
Yeah, Dogs did not score in the first half. She's got 12 here in the second half.
Yeah, no foul called on that one, man. Gracie definitely drew the contact, but no call, and Kewaskum gets it back. 6-point lead for the Indians.
Here comes the trap.
Adams has it, gets it in the lane now to Dogs, and finds Gerhardt's all alone on the right side, and she puts it in. Nice patience there by Kewaskum, just looking for a shot just like that. Peterson has it out along the right side. She'll launch up a 3, and that is good. Big three-pointer for Kale Peterson. Another timeout on the court. Upon taking the timeout, and just a full timeout. Back in another minute with more Waupun Lady Warrior basketball on RP Sports.
The Hour Bar on Main Street, Waupun is a great place to meet friends. Owners Bob and Tana invite you to join them for their daily specials and great atmosphere. They also bring in top-notch entertainment and host many special events. The Hour Bar is also the perfect place to cheer on the Packers, Bucks, Brewers, and Badgers. There's TVs everywhere you look. After today's game, head to the Hour Bar, 433 East Main Street, Waupun, a proud supporter of high school sports.
Are you missing out on life? Does chronic joint pain prevent you from doing the things you love? I get it. All you think about is pain. This is Dr. Randy Blahoviak with New Medical Center. We have the solution to your problem. If you suffer from debilitating and chronic joint pain,
Sorry.
Okay, we are back at Kewaskum High School. Waupun, a little bit of trouble here, down by 5, 4:45 left, and Wapun's going to put out a little full court pressure now with Kewaskum.
Yeah, looks like diamond press. You see Lydia covering the inbounder and probably most likely looking to trap. Here comes that trap. First pass in.
Adams will get it up the court, and Stagers all by herself on the left side and puts it in, makes Waupun pay for that press. A little hesitation move, and Gopal and gives it up. Maybe should have took that one to the rack. And we're heading the other way, kind of a track meet, and that's going to go up the legs of Adams. So Waupun gets a break on that, but they're down by 7, under 4.5 to play in the game.
Plenty of time, 7 down. Keep your composure, settle down. Credit Kewaskum, they're handling the pressure, they're handling the traps pretty well.
Vandestreek throws up a three-point shot, rims out, no good. Rowan Harder gets the rebound, looking for someone to get it to.
So
finally gets up to Peterson. She'll launch up a 3, no good. And Rowan Harder keeps it alive and gets it over to Lydia Alsma. Nice job by Rowan to keep that ball alive. Peterson with another three-point attempt. And Rowan's going to pick up a foul this time. Good work inside by Rowan to battle for a couple of rebounds, but finally gets called for a foul in that last attempt.
Gotta love the energy right there.
Yeah, Rowan, she's a fighter inside. Howie.
I was I wanted to ask what that. I just thought maybe I better not ask, but I didn't know where that nickname came from. That we found out the other evening.
Her mom's given a lot of information about their kids, including her nickname Howie. Rebounded by Killer. I tell you, she is just in the right place at the right time. She's got a lot of rebounds for being just a 5'7" player. Oh, that one just flat tossed right over to Gracie. Gets it over to Lydia Alsma. She'll scoop it up. That one falls out the front of the rim, no good. But she gets fouled, and she'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, what a nice bounce pass by Gopal, and one-handed pass right on the money.
Well, Lydia getting herself a couple free throws, makes the first. Lydia over an 80% free throw shooter on the season. On back within 6, 44-38, the lead now for Kewaskum on your New Medical Integrated Healthcare scoreboard. Next free throw is up. That one's off the back of the rim. No good. Dogs gets the rebound. I think she never even picked up that fourth foul.
No, she has not. She's played this entire half without getting another foul. Upon a little bit of pressure.
Gerhardt's asking for the ball, misses the shot. Waupun comes up with it. Here goes Gopalin pushing it up. Oh, almost loses the ball. Vanderstreet gets it. Three-pointer on the way now from Lydia Alsman. No good. Stager with another rebound for the Indians. 6-point lead for Kewaskum. And a timeout is taken by the Indians, taking a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here.
It's a good timeout right there by a coach. You know, just seeing your team is in trouble in the backcourt, clock is counting away on you, and before anything bad happens, bail yourself out.
They've had a great approach to the game that they've been playing with that offense, being very patient and finding just some cross-court passes for some open looks inside. Got a few buckets with that pushing up the ball after a basket up the court in a hurry after Waupun would score. They've done some pretty good things in a great defensive scheme against Waupun.
Yeah, and they've held their composure to this point and been able to not only break the press, the full court press, but able to score baskets, layups on the other end, and that's really how you get the press off of you, by punishing the team for pressing you by getting high percentage layups.
Saw the leadership of Maddie Dogs out there just kind of going up to each one of our players and kind of patting him on the back and just calming him down here. They know it's a big deal here to try to pay Waupun back. A little pass underneath the basket is taken away by Waupun. Here goes the Warriors again, down by 6. Here goes Gracie, goes up off the glass, no good, and misses on that shot. Another rebound for guess who? Julia Stager. Under 3 to play. And here goes Dogs, gets it, a nice job. Good passes up the court by Kewaskum. Well, they're doing a good job just in everything. The Lady Warriors, 2.5 minutes up, Waupun trailing by 8, 46-38.
Yes. Once again, you know, it's not done yet. Just keep your composure and work hard. You get a few turnovers.
Dogs gets it over half court. They had a kind of 3-on-1. And Gracie's going to get called for a foul. Making Waupun pay for that full court pressure. Because at the end of it, they had 3-on-1 against Gracie on the other end.
Yeah, they're handling it well. They really are.
Chris Waupun beating Kewaskum at Waupun. But Kewaskum wants to return the favor and see if they could take a step toward getting a co-conference championship with Waupun, who already tied that up in their last one against KML. Now a 9-point lead. Stager knocks the ball out of bounds. I know we don't keep rebounding stats. I'd like to see how many. You'll have to see what it says in the with sports coming up tomorrow, because it's for a 5'7" player. She had to have about 7 or 8 rebounds at least in this game. Peterson has it. Now comes up short on the shot and saves it out to Vanderstreet. Three-pointer on the way, misses everything. And then Adams gets the rebound and pushes it up the court over to Dogs. And back over to Stager. He gets fouled, and back to the free throw line will be Julia Stager. Under 2 to play, 1:58 left. 9-point deficit now for the Lady Warriors.
And you have to credit the Indians for really handling the pressure very well.
Yeah, impressive showing here by Kewaskum. Definitely ready to play. Had a few game plans in here that they've employed and did very well with it here against Waupun tonight. Free throw is good.
Yeah, did it in the first half without Madeline Dogs, who sat out most of the first half with foul trouble.
Next one a little strong, but still crawls in for Stager, gets them both to go. 11-point lead. Trying to get it out to Vanderstreek alone in that right corner, but it gets kicked. And Waupun will keep possession, but now scary right now, and you're down by double digits with 1:53 left. And the way Kewaskum's playing.
Definitely have to start looking at the 3 ball.
Peterson looked to launch it, but then drives it in, and Stager's going to get called for the foul.
She's got a huge smile on her face.
Yeah, she plays like a big. She goes in there and blocks a shot for a 6'1 girl. Gets called for the foul, but just her rebound totals and everything else she's done, she's been a really nice player for Kewaskum here tonight. First free throw good for Kale.
20 points for Kale on that make.
Back to a 9-point lead, more full court pressure. And Adams gets it over half court for the Indians. Dogs has it out on top. Kicks it out over to, they're going to get right back to her inside, but they just want that clock to go down. They're more worried about the clock. Stager gets it back out to Adams. Kewaskum running the time off the clock. A fall on the Lady Warriors. 2 more free throws for the Indians.
Kind of find it interesting, you give percentages on free throw shooting, on the season, and they're 58 or 60, and then when they're in a game like this, pressure game on the line, they're stepping up and they're shooting it really, really well.
Yeah, it shows you a lot about the player.
It does.
Some fold under pressure, and some players come out there and they really shine and play above what they've been doing on a regular basis. And a lot more incentive for Kewaskum than any other game they play. They play Waupun. Missed 3-point shot. Ryan Babish gets the rebound. Here goes Gracie Gopalin with a 3-point look in line, but a little too strong. Gets her own rebound. And chased down now by Lighthizer. Timeout granted for Kewaskum. We're down to 59 seconds left.
I think they only have a full left, I believe,
Yeah, it's 51-40 in favor of Kewaskum. Looking to return that favor of Waupun, beating them in Waupun earlier this season.
Yeah, it's a pretty good conference. KML, Kewaskum, Waupun. Throw Winneconne in there after their big victory over the Warriors.
We can give them some props.
Yeah.
Waupun's got a couple games that they'll be done with their conference schedule after tonight, but they'll be playing Watertown Luther Prep at 12:30 tomorrow. And they'll be playing at Verona coming up on Monday to wrap up their regular season. Verona ranked number 5 in the state Division I, and an 18-2 record.
Yeah, they have 3 or 4 girls that are potential college players on that Verona team.
Yeah. Waupun played Verona last year, didn't they? And beat them at home. Beat them at our home.
Oh, you're asking me a question I do not know the answer to.
No. Seems like they did. Yeah, Verona pretty well known for being a great basketball program. Many trips to the state tournament. Another one of those tough games that Coach Tim Alsma put in his schedule to battle test his team. And you got enough problems in your own conference when you got Kewaskum in there and you've got KML, who's made some trips to the state tournament. That'll give you a good game. To get it into Adams, and it's knocked out of bounds by Lydia Alsma. Waupun doing everything they can here defensively. Just can't quite get that ball back in their hands.
One of these times they're going to run someone deep, I would think.
Dogs will get fouled by Babish and head to the free throw line to shoot a pair. I want to thank our sponsors for making our broadcast and our video streaming possible. Got to have those sponsors out there, and really we are a true local station. Get the local sponsors and support all our local teams, and they support our local teams by their sponsorship and our opportunity to be able to bring you these games video streaming here on Radio Plus.
Maddie Dogs with 15 in the second half.
Next shot rims out, and Peterson gets the rebound. Yeah, she made up for sitting the whole first half. Little Euro step in, off the glass and in for Gracie. Waupun in trouble, though, down by 10 with 45 seconds and counting down in the game. Adams with it. And she's going to get called for a travel. if Waupun can make use of this and get a bucket, down by 10, that'll make things happen now with 42 seconds left.
Yeah, you gotta look for threes at this point, down by 10.
Lydia is going to get the inbounds pass and back over to Babish. Amanda Streak's got it. Too much time coming off the clock right now. Lydia goes into the right side and an offensive foul, saying that she cleared out with her left arm on her way into the basket. Well, maybe a shot at a three. It might have been something they tried, but drove it in. Offensive foul and back in the hands of Kewaskum. Tim Olsma not happy with that call. 32 seconds left. Waupun trailing by 10. And going right now is Gerhardt's, and I'm going to pull it back out. Let's just win this thing and run the clock out.
Good sportsmanship, actually, by that move right there.
Just let the clock run down, she says. I don't need the points. I want my team to win. Yeah, we're here to call the Waupun team, but you do recognize good plays and smart plays by the opposing team, and a really nice outing here by the Kewaskum Indians. Really had a game plan. Ran it to perfection here against Waupun. Just some shots inside that could have kept us a tight game. A lot of coming up short on shots early and a few here in the second half.
That was critical of Kewaskum in that sectional game when I thought they made bad decisions.
And we'll get the ball back up the Banda Street, but we're going to toss it away. And coming up with it, Lighthizer down to 14 seconds left. Waupun's going to drop one here at Kewaskum, down by 10. Pass into Peterson and puts it in, but only 3 seconds left. Clock's going to run out, and Waupun's going to lose 52 to 44, and the celebration begins. That's how much right now, you're seeing it on the camera, how much it means to the Kewaskum Indians. Knocking off Waupun, and standing ovation for a hard-fought battle here for Kewaskum, but just a regular season game, and hopefully, like I said, possibly these teams could meet. You'd have to be at the state tournament. That'd be great to see. The third installment of the matchup between these two teams at the state tournament. 52-44, final score.
Happy young ladies.
Yeah, student section out and giving them some high fives as they go by.
Plus a chance at winning a share of the conference championship. So
yeah, still not a done deal. They got to take care of business against Plymouth, but hey, anything could happen. Waupun didn't think they would have had things wrapped up all by themselves if they didn't drop that game to Winneconne. They would have been perfect in the conference until tonight. So again, a disappointing loss here for the Lady Warriors. Now, thanks for joining us here today. Again, the boys are losing by just 2 points, down by 16 at halftime, but they end up losing 50-48 in that ball game, the first of the doubleheader that we brought here tonight. And Waupun, again, the girls losing 52-44. So just take a look at the scoring, and we can kind of get out of here tonight, get things wrapped up. But
for Waupun, because that's the only team I've figured out so far, Lydia Alsma ended the night with 7. Maddie Vanestreek with 6, Gracie Gopalin with 9, and Kale Peterson with 22. So only 4 players for Waupun scored. I can quickly look this up. Jaden Chupa with 2 points. Madeline Doggs, I believe she's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 13, 14, 15. She ended the night with 15 points, all in the second half. Big game for her.
Yeah.
And Grace Lighthizer had 7, 6, 8, 10, 13 for Adams, 2 for Gerhardt's, and 6, 7, 8, 10, 13 for Stager. And as you said, 5'7" girl that probably close to a double-double, I would think. So, yeah.
Yeah, I would think she's got to be close. I'm kind of anxious to see what they have her down for in With Sports, the website, coming up tomorrow. But, really nice performance, I thought, by her overall for the whole game, Julia Stager. So, again, Waupun losing, disappointing loss. Not the end of the world, just a conference game. They already have their share of the conference championship wrapped up, and maybe they can right the ship and maybe give Verona game and put an L in the column for them, or that'd be a nice way to end the regular season.
Yeah, you bet, and that's going to be a challenge for sure. That's on the road too, right? On a Monday night. Yeah, you got to find a way to get some intrinsic energy out of your players because it's going to be tough to get the kids to play. I mean, I'm sure they're disappointed right now too, as well, wanting to win that conference title outright. But yeah, it should light a fire under you to just perform even with more energy as the season winds down.
Yeah, that's about it here from Kewaskum High School. A couple losses for the Waupun teams, but some hard-fought battles by both of the teams here tonight against the Kewaskum Indians. Again, the boys losing 50-48 and the girls losing 52-44. We'll have a full week of sports coming up next week. Hockey, we've got that. Jeff, maybe you want to tell people the hockey you'll be covering next week?
Yeah, I think I cannot recall my full schedule, but I believe I have Fond du Lac on Tuesday. Then I think I have Waupun on Thursday. Both of those regionals, Fond du Lac's in Division 1, Waupun in Division 2. And Springs will be playing at that same time on Thursday. And then the following week, hoping things that work out, then we'll have a doubleheader with the Warbirds and Springs and Waupun.
Okay, so a full week of hockey as they start their playoffs next week. I'll be doing the Randolph boys against Marquezan at Randolph on radio only coming up next week, Thursday. But we've got a whole lot of sports to cover to wrap up the season and in the playoffs for hockey, for girls basketball, for boys basketball. We have got you covered for local sports here on Radio Plus. Have yourself an excellent night. Hope you enjoyed the games, unless you're a Waupun fan, of course. Not the results you wanted, but I'm glad we could bring these games to you tonight at Kewaskum. This has been Waupun Lady Warrior Basketball and Waupun Warrior Boys Basketball on Radio Plus Sports. Have yourself an excellent weekend.
The complete broadcast schedule can be found at RadioPlusInfo.com.